This is from Rhonda Smith.
Hey, what's up, Rhonda?
Hello, Len and Vince. First off, I am an Oakland, California missionary who loves your show.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And I love Oakland.
Yeah. Thank you for telling us where you're from.
Yeah, love Oakland.
I just got around to listening to your episode on the Old Guard and your debate about whether a black director alone makes a film a black movie. My initial feeling is yes, a black director usually makes a movie black. But then I started to think about all of the movies directed by white directors that are not white movies.
Sure.
Like Cabin in the Sky.
Yeah.
Uptight or The Color Purple.
About to say The Color Purple.
So can it be true that a black director makes almost any movie a black movie, but a white director doesn't have that same impact? I can't wait to hear your upcoming debate when Vince picks 25th Hour.
Yeah.
Thanks for doing what you do, Rhonda Smith.
Thank you, Rhonda. That has been that's the ongoing debate. I think the great thing about it is I don't know if there's a definitive answer.
I do.
What's your definitive answer?
My definitive answer is that a black director alone does not make a movie black.
That's not a definitive answer. That's your answer. Like, you're not Moses. Like, you can't say Spike Lee's movie. Like, you can't say Spike Lee makes a movie with it's a Spike Lee movie and that's not a black movie. That's ridiculous.
No, it's not.
It is.
No, it's not.
It is.
No, it's not.
Right. Like, this is, if you say these directors are auteurs, you say these directors have their own
Not
moves.
every director is an auteur.
Is Spike Lee?
Yes.
Then how are you going to say Spike Lee is not making a black movie, whatever it is Spike Lee makes?
I believe that Spike Lee can make a movie and it not be a black movie. Now, is it likely for...
How?
Because I think that Spike Lee can do a film where he pretty much is just a director for hire.
You just said he was an auteur.
No, I was about to say, before you cut me off,
okay.
I think it is very unlikely that Spike Lee will do such a thing, such as Son of Sam, which we reviewed. And what that?
Yeah, but Son of Sam is clearly a Spike Lee movie.
It's clearly a Spike Lee movie, and you can clearly feel that through there. But, and I haven't seen it, but I believe Spike Lee directed 25th Hour.
And it's just like Son of Sam. If you take a first-year film student, blindfold him, put him in a room, in 10 minutes, he's going to say, oh, this is a Spike Lee movie.
Okay, fair enough. I haven't seen it, so I can't say,
okay.
I can't offer an opinion on one way or another on that. But I do believe that a black director can be hired and just basically be, all right, I'm moving the cameras, I'm calling the shots, and I've made a movie, and it not necessarily be a black film. That's what I believe that.
Okay.
It's not going to be true in every case, but if the question is, can that be so? Yes, it can.
So it can be.
Which is what I said.
No, you said it is. You were very definitive. You were very Moses-y. You were Moses-y.
No, what I said was a black director on a film does not alone make it a black movie.
I don't know.
Well, I do.
See, again, right. But you can't think of an example.
Not offhand.
Well, then,
I don't know. Okay. I'm trying to think of the Fast movies that John Singleton did.
Right. I think the ones, and I don't know if I don't know.
Because I don't think he did
what
the first
continuity is where he brings in
Ludacris and
Tyrese, which arguably,
then yo
right,
right. If he did those ones, then okay, then you're leaning into it.
Right.
And I don't think he did the first one.
Well, he didn't do the first one,
right?
And I don't think he does the second one. But
the second one, is that Tokyo Drift, or the third one's Tokyo Drift?
The second one is Tokyo Drift because that's the one that Vin Diesel isn't in.
Okay. Well, anyway.
And that might be You know what? I don't know. Like, I don't know who directs which Fast and Furious movie.
If only we had something where we could look.
We had some device.
I'm gonna look it up.
All right, look it up. Which Fast and Furious did he direct?
John Singleton did.
Did he do Tokyo Drift?
He did Too Fast, Too Furious. So and Tyrese comes in there.
Right. Does Ludacris come in that one? Does he come in Tokyo? Wait, Too Fast, Too Furious is after Tokyo Drift? Or is it Too Fast, Too Furious, Tokyo Drift?
It's saying here that it's just Too Fast, Too Furious.
So Tokyo Drift is...
And this is the second one.
All right, and what's Tokyo Drift?
Tokyo Drift is the third one.
Is the third one. So Ludacris comes in... Ludacris and Tyrese come in the second one?
But wait a minute. But to the question that's on the table, as far as a black director making a movie black, I'm now looking at John Singleton's filmography, which definitively is filled with a lot of black films.
Sure.
But he also directed, he directed from, what year is this? 2011, Abduction with Taylor Lautner. I would argue that is not a black film.
I mean, have you seen it?
Okay. It stars Taylor Lautner. Let's see, who's the cast?
No. I'm going to assume it's an all white cast, but that's the sort of crux of the question. Like, Summer of Sam has no black people in it at all. Like, you can't just go by the cast.
Okay.
Like, you have to go by. I mean,
well, I don't consider John Singleton an auteur. Yeah, I consider him a talented director.
Sure,
but I don't consider him an auteur.
Okay.
So I would argue, sight unseen, admittedly,
right,
that this film does not read as, definitively John Singleton putting his stamp on this, and thus by proxy possibly reading as a black film.
So if a director isn't an auteur, if a director isn't someone with his own style, his own vision, is the sort of agency to say, this is my thing, like we're talking about just working directors.
Mm-hmm.
So you're arguing a working director, the identity of the film is really based on the story, the cast, et cetera, et cetera.
Mm-hmm.
It's because the director isn't necessarily the most important part of the film.
In those instances,
if we're not talking about an auteur,
right? In those instances,
okay, I might agree with that. All right. See, you just got sharp in it. See, you gotta,
I'm just sharp. I was succinct. No, it's not.
You were flat and reductive.
Yes, Professor Williams.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Excuse me, Dr. Williams.
Yeah, what's the next letter?
It just got dark in here.